There is a secret organization in the Terraria universe that worships the most powerful cosmic entities, such as the Moonlord and the Atlas. So when Seth defeated the Atlas, it was a great offense to the cultists. As a result, they joined their powers together and summoned pillars all around the land to destroy what Seth had helped build. However, they underestimated Seth's strength and determination. Without hesitation, Seth jumped into battle to protect and reclaim the land. Welcome back, this is Rito here with another Terraria Spirit Mod Let's Play episode. We are playing as Seth the Skeleton using melee and magic weapons, and last episode we defeated the Atlas as well as Duke Fisheron, and we've got the Lunatic Cultists up next, which is going to be a lot of fun. And once when we get past the pillars, we will unlock so many new weapons. And as you can see, I'm using a different weapon than last episode because this is actually a drop from the Atlas, and I went ahead and farmed him up a few more times, and I got the Quake Fist, which looks super good. And I also went ahead and turned a bunch of our glyphs into enchantments so we can try out some different enchantments. And as many people have mentioned, I've needed to go to the jungle and get some life fruits. Didn't get a whole bunch, but I got enough to get us up a little bit higher. And another thing I got from the Atlas is the Titan-bound Bulwark, and this adds 2 defense, and as your health decreases, your mana regeneration increases and reduces damage taken by 10%, as well as increases life regen. So it's kind of cool. It's a shield, but it's for a mage. I also did some more research on different things you can craft in this game, and I found out that there's actually a new item right here, the Worshipper's Jewel. Just Sun Shards, Enchanted Leaf, and Souls of Flight. So it does require a little bit of farming, but I've got enough now to craft this sword, and I think there's a magic weapon as well. It's the Grand Harva's Fury. And the other thing I've been needing to craft is the Falv's Missile Barrage. And this is the upgrade to the Falv's Magic Missile, which is crafted from just the Falv's Arcane Bolt and the Sorcerer Emblem and Crystal Shards. So that's a pretty simple recipe. And then we combine the different souls plus ectoplasm to craft this. I don't think it's going to be really worth using, but it's still cool to have. And then we've got a few other things that I wanted to do. The Chlorophyte Staff, which upgrades into the Turtle Staff, which is kind of cool. That requires turtle shells. And I also learned about the Quicksilver Shards, which are just the combination of Spirit Ore, Ancient Ruins, Ethereal Embers, and Ectoplasm. So let's go ahead and craft the 2 Quicksilver Weapons. And I think there's even wings we can craft with it. So these might be a good upgrade, so let's craft them as well. Oh, and they rolled as menacing. So I just went and got a stopwatch, and let's see how fast we can go with these wings. These are our current ones, and we can go 83, and we get to pretty much the top of the map. And so let's switch our Quicksilver Wings, and we can go 87, but we don't get to fly as long. The vanity actually looks really cool. Another cool thing is as we fly, we leave behind a trail of Quicksilver that homes in on foes. So now let's go ahead and just try out some of these weapons and see the difference. So here is the new Mountain Sword, and it's doing about 1300, 1500 damage. And we've got the Quake Fist. Whoa, that one does 4,000. Okay, that's our best weapon. And then we've got all of these new weapons like the Deity's Lineage, which actually seems to be pretty decent. Yeah, this one's pretty good. Does it home in? No, it doesn't home in, but it does do pretty good damage. And I like that it shoots those projectiles everywhere. And the next is the Quicksilver Wand, which does some pretty cool effects here. Shoots out silver projectiles everywhere. It's pretty nice, but it doesn't do as much damage as I was hoping, especially when we've got the Quake Fist. And then we've got the Grand Harva's Fury. Ooh, that's kind of cool. That's actually really good. Yeah, man, I should have gotten these weapons before, because we could have gotten this before the Atlas. And let's check out the Missile Barrage. Okay, this one we've definitely outgrown. It's homing, but it doesn't do much damage. And we've got this Turtle Staff. It basically makes us do damage as we kind of run into enemies. That's actually kind of cool. And the last is the Quicksilver Blade, which does a lot of damage if we hit him with true melee. So I just re-rolled some of our weapons, and here we are at our dungeon base. And I think what I'm going to do is apply some glyphs before we start this fight up. So now it is time to activate some of our buffs and try out these new weapons on the Lunatic Cultist. So we've already got just a tiny arena from Skeletron. I think that'll be good for this fight. Okay, here we go. I'm not really sure what this blazing thing does, but I think it increases our damage and it'll increase our projectile speed or something. Velocity is what it said. But it sets us ablaze sometimes, so I think that's what we see right here. Oh, plus 17% damage and attack speed. But we take damage, I think, when we have that effect. Okay, let's try this attack right here. Yeah, we can do so much damage if we focus in. That is so good. And let's go with some Razor Blade Typhoon. That way we don't even need to aim. And we're going to be shooting out bees, I think. Yep, there's a bee right there. And we can reapply that. Let's put on our turtle staff again. Ooh, we need to do this Grand Harvest Fury. Yeah, this is probably the best weapon we have against that fight. I totally forgotten about it. Wow, it did so much damage. And it homes in so well. And we have the coolest yo-yo ever. What? This actually makes me want to use a yo-yo. And we also got a Lunatic Cultist trophy, so let's just go ahead and place that right there. And of course we got the Ancient Manipulator, which is the most important thing from that fight. The two pillars that I want to do first are the Solar and the Nebula. But I think the Nebula is probably going to be a little bit easier, so let's head that way first. And it has spawned right on top of this awesome base from the build contest. This is a really cool base to fight this event on. Man, this is such a good weapon. This has got to be the best magic weapon we've got. Even better than the one we got from the Atlas, I think, because the damage is so easy and consistent. Plus it doesn't use that much mana. Uh-oh, we're taking a lot of hits though. Oh, we've got a Sanguine ward on this. Perfect. This looks so cool. Okay, let's try out some other weapons though. Like Razor Blade Typhoon. I think the Razor Blade Typhoon is kind of obsolete now that we have this other Fury spell. I don't know who recommended this, but it was a great recommendation. This is the type of weapon that it's probably worth the money to try to get it rolled to Mythical instead of Masterful. Any extra damage we can do with this would be really good. I wish all of the projectiles on this blade would home in, but it seems like every 10 or so do a big attack that does extra damage and homes. Ooh, we have the Nebula pillar open. Let's go ahead and destroy that. There we go. Ton of Nebula fragments. Perfect. And we have saved the villagers. And we're using the NPCs Don't Die mod, which is super nice. Otherwise, all of our villagers would be completely destroyed. Oh, there is this guy. We need to buy some Eternia Crystals, because I want to do that event later on. And the Defender medals can actually craft into these scales, because we can upgrade some of the drops, but I think this is an Ogre drop and not a Betsy drop. And so I don't think it's going to be that powerful. The base damage doesn't look that good. But it'll still be fun to get a few of those medals and try crafting some of that stuff. So I just put the Ancient Manipulator in our crafting stations, and you can see we've got kind of the standard stuff like the Nebula Arcanum. We even have a tome that is the combination of the 4 different fragments. That's pretty sweet. We also have a sword that's the combination of the 4 fragments. So for now, maybe let's just craft the Nebula Blaze. So now it's time to go fight the Solar Pillar. This one is usually the most tricky, but I think we're pretty OP right now. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have much of an issue here as long as we can keep our mana up. So much power. This is such a good weapon. Yeah, we're hardly even taking damage in this event. We're just slaying these enemies. And they're dropping enough of these stars to keep us full mana and just to be able to keep spamming this attack. Looks like we could do damage to the pillar now. Oh, we need to get on the ground. I always get killed by one of those worms while I'm trying to do damage to the pillar. And there we go. We defeated 2 pillars already. I don't want to use too much of our solar materials, so I think I might just craft the solar eruption. I know the Daybreak is pretty good against the Moonlord, but I think I've got some better stuff for him. And I just put the blaze glyph on the solar eruption because I think that goes really well with the fact that it's a solar weapon. And here we are in the Briar Biome once again. It's been a while. It's kind of fun that this takes us to the old biomes that we've explored. And now here we go. And once again, it spawned on top of one of the build event bases. This is the desert base. So cool. It's fun to be able to fight on some bases that are all artistic. This looks so epic, fighting on top of the roof of our desert palace. Having a base is kind of nice. They're getting trapped below. I've never really tried doing this pillar in a confined area like this. It actually works much better, I think, because it channels all the enemies and you don't just get overrun. Especially with a weapon that shoots to the ground like this. There we go. Just broke the shield around the pillar. Let's take it down. 4,000 DPS right there. Pretty good. That was a solid pillar. We haven't even died once on all these pillars. Hopefully that doesn't jinx me for the last one. So after the next pillar, we'll be fighting the Moonlord. So I think it'll probably be fun to do this event, because if we defeat the Moonlord first, this event's going to be so easy. These enemies really do swarm you, and I don't really have a weapon that would be really good for destroying this. I need something that's more piercing. Maybe the solar eruption. Yeah, this might be what we need to do, but it's going to require that we move really quickly back and forth. We really need some of those sentries and stuff. Those would help quite a bit right now. Okay, well, we are on wave 4 and already struggling. Oh no. So the name of this game is definitely doing more damage to the boss than the boss can do to our crystal, because this is going to be insane. Okay, I think this is going to be our best attack. Just keep healing up, and we just gotta do a DPS race here. Okay, maybe we will need to knock out some of these enemies. No, we can't die on this. We can't die on this, no. No, this is horrible. Stay still, Betsy, stay still. No. Betsy was so close to dying, that was such a bummer. So I think what I'm going to do is buy one of these sentries. Should help a little bit. Ooh, we got a rainbow slime with a blessed apple. Nice. I wonder if we can use a mount during this event, because that'd be super helpful to move around a bit faster. Let's go ahead and get this started. Ooh, we can use a mount. Okay, this is going to make it a lot easier. It's really cool because we can actually dash while on the unicorn, which makes our mobility insane. We gotta defeat her. There we go. We defeated Betsy. There we go. I don't know if we are gonna be considered to have won that, but I think we defeated Betsy. Oh my gosh, no. We beat her. We even got the Betsy bag, but it must have been just too late by just a second. Okay, we're back to wave 6. We've done this event way too much, but I'm determined. Gotta defeat it. Okay, let's defeat Betsy. Let's do this. I think this is going to be our better weapon. It'll also kill the wyverns that are nearby. Ooh, we need to throw down Ichor. Leave me alone. Leave me alone, wyverns. Oh my gosh, we're not doing enough damage. This weapon is too slow. And Betsy moves around so much. We just got our second Betsy bag. We got the Sky Dragon's Fury, but it's still showing that we haven't defeated the event. Okay, well, I'm back at it again. I'll skip through this and jump right to the Betsy fight. Okay, I think we are ready to go for the final boss. Let's try using this magic instead. We should be able to do this. I think we've optimized our attack. And we can grab some crystals over here. Keep our mana up. Yeah, I think we got this. There we go. Finally, we've defeated the event. Yes, I am so happy. This is going to be harder than the Moonlord. Oh my gosh. Dungeon Defenders. This is surprisingly one of the more tricky things to do in Terraria, and also one of the more frustrating things when you have to wait like 15 minutes in between each attempt of Betsy. But I basically switched over to an Avenger emblem and a Destroyer emblem and our Shadow Gauntlet, and that gave us a lot more DPS. I also have Rage, Endurance, and Wrath on. And most importantly, we have everything from pre-hard mode defeated, and hard mode, we've got everything completed, all the way up to the lunar events, the Moonlord, and the Overseer. And we got the Flying Dragon. That's actually pretty good. Ooh, we also got Betsy Wings. Those might be better than the Quicksilver Wings. And here are the scales from the event. It's just Hallowed Bars, Souls of Night, and Defender medals. And now we can craft this sword. It's probably going to be very underwhelming, but still fun to get something like that. And there's the bow. That's the upgrade to the Phantom Phoenix. It's pretty cool. It does a whole 300 damage. I wasn't expecting it to be good though, because I saw that this was the tier of the Ogre instead of Betsy tier. Betsy tier could have been pretty powerful, but still fun to get another extra weapon in this mod. Anyways, I think that's a great place to end this episode. We defeated the Lunatic Cultists, we defeated Betsy, and now we just need to defeat the last pillar, which I think is the Stardust pillar over here, and we will be able to fight the Moonlord, followed by the Overseer. I hope y'all are enjoying this series. If you are, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm also doing another series with Radium. It's a Mod of Redemption series on his channel, so be sure to check that out if you're interested. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.